What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the World Boxing Organization president has made it official that that two division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, now the reigning WBO junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is 19 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, has officially vacated his title. Teofimo Lopez officially vacated his title at 140, and they stated that that makes his retirement. We know Teofimo Lopez coming off the biggest win of his career, defeating now former undefeated, undisputed junior welterweight world champion, British superstar boxer Josh Taylor. He beat Josh Taylor, who is now 19 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 13 wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He dominated Josh Taylor, beat Josh Taylor essentially every single round in the fight after the 5th, 6th round, right? The first 5 rounds, it was a close competitive fight. After that, he won every single round, unless you find a courtesy round to give to Josh Taylor. Shocking, dominating performance. It wasn't shocking that he won the fight because it was a 50-50 fight. It was shocking how he won the fight in such dominating fashion over Josh Taylor to become the WBO champion, which makes him, in my eyes, the best 140-pounder in the world, right? You beat the best 440. Josh Taylor beat Regis Prograis, who's the 2-time junior welterweight world champion, the reigning WBC junior welterweight world champion. He beat him. He beat Jose Ramirez for undisputed in a unification bout, who was the undefeated unified champion. He beat Victor Postal, Ivan Baranchik. So he cleared out the division outside of the up-and-comer fighter like Gary Anton Russell. So Josh Taylor dominated the division. He had a very close fight, his last fight, with Jack Catterall, which many people thought Jack Catterall actually won the fight. Josh Taylor was saying he was struggling to make 140 pounds. He's extremely big. You can see even when he fought against Teofimo Lopez, he was extremely big. And he was saying that how it wasn't easy to make the weight. Nonetheless, Josh Taylor was the best junior welterweight in the world. And Teofimo Lopez, coming off of a lackluster performance himself against Sandor Martin, Teofimo Lopez absolutely dominated Josh Taylor, okay? Absolutely dominated him. In the fight with Sandor Martin, who was a southpaw, who was slick, who biggest win was beating Mikey Garcia, 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer. And he unofficially dropped Teofimo Lopez twice. One official knockdown, the other wasn't counted, and it was a split decision victory for Teofimo Lopez. If that second knockdown would have counted, it would have been a loss for Teofimo Lopez. So both coming off of, lackluster performances for their standards and their level of fighters, it was seen as Josh Taylor be the better fighter. Not many people, if any, saw Teofimo Lopez dominating the fight. Now, you could see Teofimo Lopez winning, but dominating the second half of the fight the way he did, outboxing Josh Taylor, counterpunching him, hurting him, I didn't see that. And if anybody tell you that, they tell you a lie. They didn't see that performance coming. So he dominated, made him the 2-division world champion, and made him the best junior welterweight in the world. And immediately afterwards, he expressed his displeasure with the fact that he only got $1 million for this fight. He only got $1 million for his fight with 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko. That was October 2020. He dominated that fight. He was the underdog in that fight. He was the underdog against Josh Taylor, underdog against Lomachenko, but he dominated both of those fights in shocking performance. And it made him the best lightweight. It made him the best junior welterweight. And he only got paid $1 million. So he wasn't happy with the reward that he received. So he stated that it's going to take them to give him 9 figures, 10 figures to get Teofimo Lopez back in the ring. If they want to get him back in the ring, it's going to take that amount of money to get him back in the ring. And he stated that, he is retiring until further notice. And so now we have the WBO coming out and saying he made it official, right? He made it official. So there's big fights for Teofimo Lopez. Obviously, at 140, everybody's going to gun for him at 140. To make himself not have to have mandatories, not have to pay these sanctioning fees, he's still going to be viewed as the best 140 pounder in the world. He don't have the belt now. But the WBO, they stated that they're going to essentially hold on to it, right? So this is what they said, quote, just now Teofimo Lopez is texting me that he relinquished his junior welterweight title. We should respect his decision. If he come back, WBO doors will be open always for him. So either they're going to hold it, make him champion in recess, or they're going to give him the opportunity to immediately fight for the WBO title should he, decide to make a comeback. Now, obviously, there's undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who is the undisputed champion that can make himself the mandatory challenger for Teofimo Lopez's WBO title. That's a huge fight for Teofimo Lopez. This fight has been being talked about and built up for quite some time, and it just never came to fruition. There's other champions. You have the WBC two-time junior welterweight world champions, Regis Ruguru Prograis, who lost to Josh Taylor, lost his belt in the unification bout to Josh Taylor. Regis Prograis said that he wants to fight with Teofimo Lopez. There's also Rolando Rolly Romero, the WBA junior welterweight world champion. They close friends. I don't know if they'll fight, but that's a nice unification bout. I think that Teofimo Lopez is trying to clear the way for a possible fight with undefeated 3-division, 5-time world champion, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis relinquishing the title means that Teofimo Lopez don't have to honor his mandatories, don't have to worry about the sanctioning fees. And Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 28 wins, no loss, 29 wins, no loss and no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis is on record stating that belts don't matter to him. He don't take them serious. And Gervonta Tank Davis is the cash cow. He's the face of the sport of boxing. Definitely the cash cow from 140 on down. So with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis could be an opportunity for Teofimo Lopez. Now, Tank Davis and his team say that he's a 135 pounder, not interested in going to 140. But we know Floyd Mayweather has made it clear that a fight with him, Teofimo Lopez, Tank Davis would be huge, which it would, especially coming off of these 2 wins that Teofimo Lopez has had. That would make for a huge fight. And anybody Tank fights is huge, but you factor in what Teofimo Lopez is going to bring to the table, that makes it even bigger. It just gives him a pick of litter. It gives him leverage. I think Teofimo Lopez is trying to leverage. He's 25. There's no way I see Teofimo Lopez staying retired. He had a lot to say regarding Gervonta Tank Davis yesterday in interviews he did. So I just can't see him staying retired at 25 years of age. I just think that, right now, currently as it stands, he's frustrated with the business of the sport of boxing. He's frustrated with the way things that has been panning out for him in his personal life outside the sport of boxing. So I just think that Teofimo Lopez at this current time is just frustrated, and he's trying to create as much leverage as possible to give himself, the opportunity to make as much money as possible within the sport of boxing. So I don't believe for a second that Teofimo Lopez is retired and going to stay retired. And the WBO is leaving the door open for Teofimo Lopez to be able to, pick up that belt if he so chooses, whether that be they putting him in champion in recess or whether, they giving him an opportunity to fight, immediately if he decides to return, right? So it's options, it's leverage. And in my opinion, I know people don't agree, but this is the right move for Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion. I just think that, the way the sanction bodies operate, the way the business and the sport of boxing operates, I think this is the best way for Teofimo Lopez to create leverage. He's a hot commodity. He's coming off with 2 major wins. He's a unified champion. He's 2 division champion. He should be able to make big money, point blank and period. So create as much leverage as possible. The sport of business don't love you. So I agree with Teofimo Lopez. Let's see how this plays out moving forward. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.